We are Man vs. Meeple, and this is First Look, a program where David and I will walk you guys through a brand new announced game. This one is from Druid City Games, and it's called Grimm Forest.
Yeah, and you haven't heard much about this yet, but you will probably hear a lot about it quite a bit soon.
Man. This thing looks beautiful.
Yeah, it's a gorgeous game. We saw it. Well, we played it for the first time last night. We've seen a little bit of it over the last month or so. The artwork
is beautiful. It's from Mr. Cuddington, and it's some of the best artwork in the business right now.
Yeah, and we were curious about the game, and James came out last night and sat down with us, played through it with us, and it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, so stay tuned, guys, because you're going to see a lot of cool assets here that have not been shared. It is a 2 to 4 player deduction bluffing style game.
Yeah, deduction, bluffing, resource gathering, a lot of things.
Yeah, and you're going to be taking one of the 3 little pigs and going out to these locations and gathering straw, wood, and then brick in order to build actual 3D modeled huts onto your player board.
Yeah, and the 3D modeled huts are really sweet because they're kind of Santorini style. You have the floor, you have the walls, and then you have the roof, and each of the different huts is also different from one another.
But there's a really cool deduction and bluffing style portion built in this too, because you are deciding with the cards that you have which one of these areas you want to go gather resources from.
Right.
And plus you have these cards called guest cards, which allow you to kind of mitigate certain things you're going to do on the board.
Yeah, there's these places you can go for straw, brick, or wood. And if you go there by yourself, you might collect all the resources.
Yeah.
If you go there with another player, you're going to split the resources. But those guest cards that you lay out there can change everything.
Yeah, and there's also friend cards, which kind of come from all the different fables. You have the Evil Witch, you have Goldilocks, you have Rumpelstiltskin.
Right, and those give you ongoing powers. They basically lay out next to your tableau the entire game, unless they're replaced. When you draw a friend card, you have the option, it's kind of cool, to either play it yourself or basically get rid of someone else's and give them a new friend.
Which means there's a lot of take that in there.
There's a fair amount of take that, but this is one of those games, too, where the take that is, the game is, it's about a 40-minute game, maybe to an hour.
Yeah.
And it's just the right amount of time and just the right sort of flavor of take that to make it fun.
Yeah,
when something goes wrong, it hurts what you're trying to do, but it's also like, it's not awful.
We've talked a lot about these style of games too. We like these type of games that embrace the take that portion of it, right? You have to go into this game knowing that you're going to be hurting other players, but in a very fun type of way because you're going to be getting hurt back. It's part of the game. It's part of trying to race in order to build one of those 3 huts
It's
first.
Definitely the Grimm part of Grimm.
Sure. And what really makes it cool is all these different aspects. You have all these guest cards which change every round, so you're going to be playing these from round to round in order to mitigate different things that happen on the board. And the friends cards, as we mentioned, are really cool.
And all those cards and the whole thing really comes together well under the theme because those guest cards have a lot of different fables, like the wolf can come out.
Right.
And you play the wolf in an area and it's going to chase everyone away so they can't gather resources there.
That's right.
Stuff like that. It's really, really cool. And again, the whole package comes together so nicely. The artwork, the graphic design here, it looks just like you'd want it to look out of a storybook.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys aren't familiar with Mr. Cuddington, you guys really should be. They did the incredible Santorini last year, and a lot of other games. Steampunk Rally was also done by them.
Right.
Their style is so stylistic and so beautiful. It's very reminiscent of a lot of the Disney type of artwork. It's just beautiful to look at. This one is kickstarting in a couple months.
Yeah.
So we should see it very, very soon. Make sure you guys comment below, subscribe to our YouTube channel, check us out on Facebook, like us on Twitter. Go check out Grimm Forest.
Yeah, check out Grimm Forest and keep coming back to our social media. We might get a few things and share them ourselves.
Yeah, and we'll probably have a preview and a review of this game when it comes out.
Yeah,
We're super excited after playing it just a single time. So we will check you guys out next time.
Thanks.